for the hardest-hitting show in talk radio. The true progressive voice since 2012. This is Southpaws.
And welcome to Southpaws on the Pacifica Radio Network. We are the leaders of the revolution. My name is Darren Gibson, and I'm your co-host.
And my name is Jack Prince, your fellow co-host, who sits here, honored to sit across the table from the father of real progressive talk in West Michigan, who had enough testicular matter under his blue jeans to stand in the face of the Democratic Party back in 2016. And we're going to follow up with some of that courage this morning.
Oh, I hope we will. I tell you what, before we get started with today's show, a couple of reminders that you can follow us on social media by going to facebook.com/Southpaws Radio Show. You can follow us on Twitter at Southpaws Radio. You can become a patron of the show as well by going to patreon.com/Southpaws Radio.
Please do.
Yes, we would appreciate any and all help that you can give us. Oh, boy, Joe Biden. He's had quite the week or two, hasn't he? At least 4 women have come out and have said that Joe Biden inappropriately touched them. They felt uncomfortable. I believe all of them have said they didn't believe that it was sexual, but it still made them feel uncomfortable. Let me ask you this, Jack. Have you ever seen such a quick flip-flop among hashtag MeToo supporters who, we need to go after this person, this one, but then when you say Joe Biden, no, that's not part of that.
Listen, I have seen apologetics as ridiculously insane for Biden as I've heard in any instance, be it for Trump, whoever. The Biden DNC establishment idiots are as absolutely brain dead as the Trumpers. And I know that's a hard statement for some, but I've read them all week long, and it's that impetus really that is going to push us here when we go through some of these points by point. One I have here, Darren, I think you're going to get a big kick out of this. It's from my friend and I would have to say fellow progressive, Caitlin Johnstone, as an article, 9 Reasons Why You Should Support Joe Biden for President. You can find this on medium.com. Former Vice President Joe Biden has released a video statement telling the American people that the accusations he is now facing of touching women in inappropriate ways without their consent is the product of changing social norms, assuring everyone that he will indeed be adjusting to those changes. And thank goodness. For a minute there, I was worried Biden might cave under the pressure of looming scandal and decline to run for president on the grounds that it would cripple his campaign and leave America facing another 4 years of Trump. So here are 9 reasons why I hope Biden runs for president and why you should support him too. First of all, Darren, by God, it's Biden's turn to be president. He spent years playing second fiddle while other leading Democrats hogged all the limelight. And that's just not fair. He's been waiting very patiently, so come on. Number 2.
Haven't we heard that excuse before? Wasn't it Hillary's turn in 2016?
Hey, it works.
Wasn't it Hillary's turn in 2008?
United States of Amnesia, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most qualified candidate ever. Number 2. If Biden secures the Democratic Party nomination for president, he would be the most qualified candidate ever to run for office. His service as a U.S. Senator and a Vice President has given him unparalleled experience, priming him for the most powerful office in the world. Everything Biden has done throughout his entire career proves that he'd make a great commander-in-chief.
God.
That almost sounds like Hillary said it. Did I hear it somewhere, or am I just dreaming that?
No, I think you've heard this before.
3, he's so closely associated with a popular Democratic president. You think Biden? You think Obama. You think Obama? You think greatness. You can't spend that much time with a great Democratic president without absorbing his greatness yourself. It's called osmosis. You like Obama, didn't you?
Somebody needs to go back to science classes and learn about osmosis.
Yeah, no kidding. Didn't you like Obama?
Wow.
Biden was part of the Obama administration. Remember the Obama administration? It was magical, right? If you want more of that, vote Biden.
That was number 4. Number 5.
But Trump. Do you want Trump to win the next election?
Oh, brother.
You know he'll shatter all our norms and literally end the world if he does, right? You should be terrified of the possibility of Trump winning in 2020. And if you are, you should want him running against Joe Biden. What's the alternative? Nominating some crazy unelectable socialist like Bernie Sanders? Well, hell, you might as well just hand Trump the victory now then. Anyone who wants to beat Trump must fall in line behind the most qualified candidate ever.
Geez, didn't we hear that before in 2016 by the name of Hillary Clinton?
They just dust this crap off and nobody sees it.
Yep, number 6.
Iraq wasn't so bad. Okay, maybe some of his past foreign policy positions look bad in hindsight, but come on. Pushing for the Iraq War was what everyone was doing back in those days. Everyone? These are my words. Well, everyone like Hillary was. It was all the rage. We all made it, though, right? Excuse me, we all made it through, right? I mean, most of us.
Yeah. Number 7.
This is going to happen whether you like it or not. We're doing this. We're going to push Joe Biden through whether you like it or not, and we can do it the easy way or the hard way. Just relax, take deep breaths, bend over, and think about a nice place far away from here. Don't struggle. This will be over before you know it. We'll use plenty of lube.
Unlike what they did in 2016 to Bernie Sanders, which was use no lube. Number 8.
Just vote for him. Just vote for him, you insolent little shits. Who the f*** do you think you are anyway? You think you're entitled to a bunch of ponies and unicorns like health care and drinkable water?
God.
Ponies and unicorns. You only think that because you're a bunch of racist, sexist homophobes. You will vote for who we tell you, or we'll spend the next 4 years calling you all Russian agents and screaming about Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, leave Susan Sarandon alone, you bastards. Number 9.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, famous last words.
Honestly, what could go wrong? It's not like the most qualified candidate ever could manage to lose an election to some oafish reality TV star. Hell, Biden could beat Trump in his sleep. He could even skip campaigning in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and still win by a landslide because those states are in the bag. There's no way he could fail, barring some unprecedented and completely unforeseeable freak occurrences from way out of left field that nobody could possibly have anticipated. Brilliantly sarcastic, Darren.
In the bag. I like to put Biden in the bag. Oh, my God. And now, our long-distance dedication. Oh, wait, we're supposed to count down, not count up. Sorry, we got it wrong, folks. Sorry.
You speak in Democratic Party politics, you're just getting a habit of counting down.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. We've talked about Joe being kind of creepy around women for years. This isn't nothing new that we've talked about on this show. This is something, like I said, we have talked about for several years on this very program. But here's the thing. We're not the only ones. Several media outlets have uncovered this footage. This is from The Daily Show with Jon Stewart from 2015. Take a good listen, folks.
It has been rumored that one Vice President Joe Biden, people from here to Portugal are talking about it. It's been a rumor that Vice President Joe Biden may be gunning for the Democratic nomination in 2016. But before we talk about a promotion, I think we need to take a look at how he's doing in his current position.
A new video shows U.S. Vice President Joe Biden making, let's call it an odd move, during a swearing-in ceremony.
You can see the vice president awkwardly placing his hands on the shoulders of Stephanie Carter. She is the new defense secretary's wife.
Biden left his hands on Stephanie Carter's shoulders for an estimated 28 seconds.
Hang on, I'm going to pause that for a second. That was footage that Jon Stewart showed from CNN's coverage of that event. And by the way, and we'll get to that in a little bit because she did speak out and say there was nothing uncomfortable with that with me. That was a friend supporting me. Let's continue playing The Daily Show from 2015. The look on Jon Stewart's face is amazing.
Hey, you seem tense. Is it the stress of me groping you for 28 straight seconds? Jesus, 28 seconds. That's like 3 decades in groped on camera years. And if that wasn't inappropriate enough, Biden proceeded to act out the pottery scene from Ghost. Right in front of her, trying to... Is in quite good shape. I haven't seen someone being so over-the-top gratuitously handsy since, I don't know, 2 nights ago, I guess. This brings us to our newest segment, Joe Biden. You only have one job. As vice president, your mission is simple. You show up. You shake a couple of hands, you flash the pearlies, you get home in time for the Mindy Project. That's it. But we've already seen that remorse.
Oh, jeez. I got to pause that. They just put up a graphic that says the audacity of grope. Unbelievable.
We've already seen that remorse about lady touching is the one thing Joe Biden will not feel.
Man, we both have something in common. We're both married up. And you come in here, baby, and you get right in the middle of it. Hey, sister, you're beautiful. Hi, Emily. How are you? Hope you have a big fence around the house.
Did you want to get on?
Can I go with Jess alone?
Very good. Dad's going to stand pretty close. So. Let's get a picture. Yes.
Oh, geez. That was footage shown from C-SPAN. Photos and pictures that we've seen in the past. And Jon Stewart's getting ready to squirt hand sanitizer into his eyes to cleanse them. I think we've played enough of the audio here.
But, folks, remember, that was 2015.
Yep.
Not one of these recent contemporary knee-jerk Bernie smear 'em reactions. No.
Oh, it's the Bernie Sanders campaign that's putting out this stuff about Joe Biden being a serial groper. Oh, it's got to be Bernie. Bernie's the one that's doing it. Oh, really? Bullshit. I should have been an opera. We talked about the opera before we started recording. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, besides the fact of the timeliness, which is absolutely ridiculous, this has been a long systemic issue with Biden. It's only gotten worse. This isn't a recent development. The other excuse I find nauseating is, well, this is a generational thing, you see. Biden is from a time where human body contact was altogether apropos. Not only was it appropriate for a politician, it was, I guess, the style that Biden just couldn't let go of. No pun intended. Mm-hmm. It's not just kissing babies. It's getting right up in there, right up into that, like the hair roots of a woman that you're stroking from behind her back. Or, the kids with the long embraced, what did Stewart just say, 28 seconds, an infinity in groping universe. Those were, according to some political historians, commonplace for politicians. Can we say bullshit again on the show? Can we put another slap on that?
We just did.
That excuse is horse shit and cow shit in a neat little mixture together. They sound the same hitting the ground.
Yeah.
And that excuse is, that's number 2. The cultural difference back when Joe started out and today when all those pesky Me Too people have got all that atmosphere shook up out there. That's absurd. Then, of course, another excuse is Joe's gone through life difficulties, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone through unique life difficulties. He's lost loved ones, et cetera, et cetera. And so what's happened there is that's developed an acute compassion in the man. He has empathy like no other. Nobody else at 70 years of age has had any hardships, at least not like Joe. So you grab on. You hold on. The man's in misery. He's just more understanding to human beings. So he's got